Now, somebody said they saw a turkey. Well, unless you knew what a turkey looked like, you wouldn't be able to see a turkey. Is that right? You can only see things that you can identify with, things that represent coming from your own experience. What I want you to look at is that everyone and everything in your experience is nothing more than an ink blot. That the people in your life represent nothing more than an ink blot. That you're only going to see in those people that which represents you. That we are constantly projecting onto people and situations that which represents us. Which accounts for going to a movie with your best friend. You saw the same movie, you loved it, and your friend hated it. You saw the same movie. You had a different experience. You were projecting yourself onto that movie, and you had your own experience. That when you experience people in your life, and you're passing judgments on them, what are you really doing? You're really identifying with a quality in them that you're judging, that you identify with. That you only see in others those qualities that you identify with. And that you're always coming from your own experience. And that the people in your life are nothing more than your interpretation of them, just like an ink blot. So you are going to see those qualities in people in your life that represent the qualities that are in your life. If you have someone in your experience who you might label as being inconsiderate, anyone here know anybody who's inconsiderate? Okay. What you're really doing is you're identifying a quality within that person that you identify as being inconsiderate, and you're seeing it because you are inconsiderate to yourself. That you are seeing in others what you see in yourself. That you're only looking at others, and others are a reflection of you. They are a mirror image of you. And you will stop being exposed to people who are inconsiderate in your life when you stop being inconsiderate to you. It's no accident that you have people in your life who are inconsiderate. Consciousness always becomes form. They are not there by accident. And to the degree you consider yourself is the degree you create people in your life to be considerate of you. And the same thing happens when they're not considerate. That everyone in your life is a reflection or a mirror image of your own consciousness, what you are knowing about yourself. They're not even out there, it's you. And when you criticize someone else, you're only seeing something to criticize that you are projecting on them that is coming from you. And that those people in your life represent your consciousness, because consciousness always becomes form. Those people in your life that are rewarding and fulfilling and loving and fun to be with are nothing more than an ink blot. They represent you. Those really super and neat people in your life are a reflection of you. So if there are people in your life that you're not happy with, you don't do anything about them because they're an effect of your consciousness. You become self-aware, and out of your self-awareness, you do something about you. You want to have more loving and considerate people in your life? You be loving and considerate to you. You want to have more people in your life that reflect fun and enjoyment? Then you experience fun and enjoyment for you. And then your environment, the people around you, must reflect that which you represent. They are an extension, they are an effect of you as an originating cause to all of your experiences. The people in your life are nothing more than an ink blot. That's why the same people that you love and adore, other people can't stand. You've experienced that before. We're constantly talking about ourselves. We're constantly looking at other people and judging them when we're really talking about ourselves. We're constantly criticizing other people when we're really talking about ourselves. And the people that we're loving and enjoying represents our consciousness as well. So out of self-awareness, you can allow yourself to experience more out of life and the people that you surround yourself with. I was at a meeting a couple of weeks ago, and there was a project that came up, and somebody came up and said, well, I don't think we can do it this way because statistically, blah, 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 so it can't happen. Who cares about statistics? All that person was doing was projecting that person's limitations on a situation. Who cares what the outwardly appearances are? No one cares unless you do. And the moment you become aware that you are the most important person in the universe, that doesn't mean that everyone else is unimportant. That you are the most important person in the universe and everyone benefits. Then you start to approach people and experience people as being as important as they are. Because your self-awareness will not allow you to put people down. Because when you put people down, you're revealing yourself. When you're finding fault with other people, you're revealing yourself. When you find yourself in the company of people that you don't like or you can't stand, you're revealing yourself. It has nothing to do with anyone or anything out there. There is only the effect of what you are knowing and what you are believing about yourself. To the degree that you experience yourself as self-loving and self-accepting is the degree that the physical form manifests itself in your life. Yeah.
I'd like you to share the story you told me about your son.
Oh, my son's story. Okay. Yeah, it's a good story. My son. I have a 21-year-old son. I know I don't look it, but this goes back about 8 or 9 months ago. And my son at that time didn't have a job, wasn't going to school, and his room looked like a disaster area. Does anyone have any one of those? Okay. And I'm a single parent, and I was absolutely resenting my son. I was getting angry. He wasn't contributing it to the house. He wasn't helping cleaning up or anything. He was just sitting in his room, doing what he was doing, strumming his guitar. And as far as I was concerned, based upon my value systems, he was unproductive. And I found myself resenting him. So I sat him down one day, and I said, Mark, I said, I love you very much, and I want you to leave. He says, what are you talking about? He says, I want you to leave the house. I don't want you to live here anymore. He said, well, what am I going to do? He says, well, I told him, I said, I know that you are unlimited. I mean, I teach this stuff, you know, so if I can't live it, then I'm a fraud. I said, I know that you are unlimited, that there is that within you that knows what to do to experience more of your own creativity, more of your own uniqueness, and more of your own unlimitedness. And it was pouring with rain outside. He says, when do you want me to go? I said, today. So he said to me, but I don't know where I'm going to go. I said, I'm not concerned about that. I know that you'll find a place to go. So he said to me, what if I don't find a place to go today? He says, well, then you'll go tomorrow. If not tomorrow, the next day, but not beyond the day after tomorrow. I want you to leave because I find myself resenting you. And I'm not comfortable resenting you. I was taking care of me. Do you get that? I'm not comfortable resenting you. And it was coming out in many different shapes and forms. So he found a place, a friend of his allowed him to live with him that day, and he moved out of the house. And I want to share with you that I was going through a lot of numbers with myself, and I heard it from his mother, and I heard it from his grandparents, etc. However, I knew that what I was doing, I was not supporting his helplessness. If I allowed him to stay, I would be supporting his limitations. And within a period of 2 weeks, he got himself a job, went back to school, had money in the bank, and was doing just fine. And I had to let go. I had to let go